the hell caused that? Technical difficulty with the tripod. This don't work. Alright, let's get it right. Alright, broke this. Nobody knows why. This come off. Wait on. That didn't make no sense. Alright, busted. How the hell do you bust stuff so damn easy? Alright, shut it up. I got two legs at work. We still ended up on something. Now why is it cocked? I think they make these things easy. Okay, that can't be there. Okay, there, kind of have it. Okay. Now, that ain't gonna work. Stop. That failed. Now, which one is it? That's number 3. I'm not ready. Let's see if this works again. Oh, hell yeah. That works again. Maybe. I haven't cleaned up my studio. I was gonna actually cut some paper. How exciting. Alright, let's try this. Wonder what's behind the computer. Good enough. That's notes. Here's the notes from the week. Get them out of the way. Make some room. Come on. Make room. Okay. Have I got enough room? I got all kinds of room. Okay, get some more paper out here. Give me a pile of this stuff. I never have enough. Okay. Get the paper cutter. I use all these little scraps of paper, right? You got, what do you got? What the hell is this? You got a slip of paper. You stick it in the holder. And, geez, I go through some of these. Let me tell you. So, I got to keep them on hand because I got to clean out that table. And there's so much crap on that table. You know, I mean, I just found 5 2-centers. I think they're 2-centers. So I got, you get the old trusty paper cutter. You know, got a Boston 2612. What a sorry camera. And I just chop them up Now to fit in the 2x2, I cut them 1 3/4 square. Nothing complex. Real simple. Let's see, 8.5. Bring it back to, how about 7? 7 to 5.5. And I do this for like, an hour a week, just to have the stuff I gotta have. But it's cheap. I mean, you can buy the darn things, really. A penny a piece. I'm a little more frugal than that. There, get rid of those. You always have that little scrap on the end. Okay, let's see if I can catch up over here. We got 18 people watching. Good Lord, I'm just doing my thing late at night. Oh, let me make some notes real quick. Okay, if I got 11, that's going to be 0. So I got 9.5, 7, 5.5. Minus 1.5 is, how much is that? 4? No. 2.5. And then 1.5. That'll work. Okay, now I can get some stuff done. What's our first mark? 9.5. Go to 7. That's too big. How come that's too big? 9.5 minus 1.5 is 8. Alright. Alright, we can get this. We just whack it in half. It ain't got to be perfect. That's kind of small. Okay. So all these numbers are wrong. 8 minus 1.5 is 6.5. Go to 5. 3.5. 2.5. 1. Okay, there. You're not working, you're playing. No, this is work. This is what it's like nowadays. Used to be operating a 90-pound jackhammer. This is so much easier. I don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the damn morning. No, 5 o'clock in the morning. 4:30 sometimes. Okay, that's 6, that's 7, so go to 5.5. Yeah, there we go. 4, 2.5, 1. Close enough. And just get a stack of these things. Real simple. I usually keep them in the tuna can. It gets low, I fill it back up. I really need like a big, one of those giant tuna cans. What's in here? I don't know. There's a penny in there. Suppose we got to look at that. See if we got to keep it or what. Here's a card. Geez, you look at a lot of pennies around here. What is it? It's 2016. Anything weird about it? See anything at all? Why is this on my desk? Nothing going on. On 2016, check the letters on the back. You're looking for extra thickness on those. Let's see if we can find them. Now check out the LB. And that looks perfectly normal. But they're going to be fat. You look at them, they're going to look, super fat. That's pretty normal. Check them. They're out there. And they're good for $1 or $2, and you can find them. Can I have a quick question for you when you're done? Go ahead, Mary. Because I'm just, there is no such thing as being done. It's just being done for now or having had enough. Hoogie loves my girlfriend's pic. Send it to me. I could probably love her just as much. Fritz acted shocked with his profile picture. Oh, I can't see those. I thought Fritz had his grandson or something on there. Okay, where are we? 9.5. El Cazador, how are ya? Send an email to KPV. 8. Oops. This is really complex for a guy like me. I have no grace. I like it too. Why are there tons of 82 woodies? Did something happen at the Mint? They're not really woodies. If you look, they got dark stripes. Very parallel. I mean, almost precision parallel. So what's the cause? And the cause of those modern day woodies is still up for debate. I think I got one here somewhere. I'm not going to find it easy, I can tell you that. They're out there. They're not woodies in the traditional sense. I mean, they're dark lines every single time. They're not bright lines, which is normal for a woody. They're dark, almost black, more like a deep gray. It's the color of this mouse. They are this color. Very fine, very uniform. So, lots of ideas out there. Ken Potter says it's the result of overexposure to a dipping solution. Well, what would you need to dip these things in? Cleaners, because they clean them after they've been gone through the rollers and the milling machine and the stomper that stomps out the planchets and stuff. So, what is the problem? It hasn't been nailed down yet. And there's lots of them. Well, the key indicator that you don't have a rare coin is when you have lots of them. Let's see, that's 3.5. We'll go down here to 2. And people, they put them up all the time. Is this a woody? Is this a woody? Kinda. It's not a traditional woody by any means. And there's so darn many. Because you got to realize, by come 1982, they've made 10 billion of the darn pennies. How much is the Morgan? We're going to put that into the big show when we get $70 brought in. That's a gorgeous thing. That's a 1880 S. 90% silver, of course. MS64, and it's slabbed by NGC. You can run that number through the NGC site. So it don't cost nothing, really. That one's free. But good luck winning it. Somebody will. We gave one away last week. Oh, she's a darling. Yeah. Her name's Clementine. She is my darling. Okay, let's see. Where are we? 11, go to 9.5, right? And the old woodies, the old style woodies, where they're light and dark. What's that one? No. I have some right here, I swear. Oh my God. Yeah, the desk is at a point it's virtually unusable. And I just cleaned it up. Okay, you know what a woody looks like when you see it. They have bright and dark lines. The bright being the anomalous material, which is typically higher in tin or zinc. And it seems to be the tin because after 1963, they really dried up. The dark areas are the copper. And you have something like this. So these woodies, you got several different characteristics about them. You got the texture of the grain, how wide or narrow, how thick or fine or coarse or fine. This one you'll see is super fine. This is a really neat one. Okay, then you have the amount of coverage. How much does it cover that coin? Sometimes they're only one-sided. Sometimes it's part of the coin, a third of it, a quarter of it, half of it, all of it. Sometimes all you get is one little stripe. Let's see if we can get that to focus. There you go. So this one's very fine. They have a direction. Now, because the anomaly is in the copper bar, right, they're going to take this big block of copper and they're going to roll it. They're going to run it through rollers. And it just gets longer and longer and longer. It's linear. And the wood grain has a direction because they're going to punch it out of that copper bar. Let's see if we can see this hole. Here's I don't know what the date is on that. And wait for it. Boy, that is just sorry. Yeah, I'm about to write another harshly worded. I've been writing a lot of harshly worded letters lately. I saw a beautiful 19S Woody at the coin store today. He wanted $5. Go get it. Go get that. This is unbelievable. What company made this? Yeah, I'm going to say, I'm just complaining about their product and say, just watch my video, man. There you go. That's a woody. And sometimes when they're very fine, it's hard to see until you get right on top of it. These super fines are real pretty. There's CJ. Let's have a look over here. because that camera ain't doing nothing for it. I can't even look at my thumb with that. Okay, you're going. There we go. See if we can see this. So you get direction, of course, because the direction on the copper sheet after it's been rolled is going to be in one direction. But once you punch the planchet, that thing can spin around 100 different ways. And there's your you got a fine, almost a super fine texture. You got coverage top to bottom, left to right. The color is neat. This is a pretty bright one. You have some contrast. Sometimes they're very bold, almost black and white contrast. Sometimes they're tigers. Those are, in my opinion, the gorgeous ones, the superior woodies. Let's catch this. Fritz says, so when copper nickel has stripes, it's considered lamination. It's going to be an alloy, right? That's the whole thing with these woodies. It's an alloy mix issue. Copper nickel, it is an alloy, but the modern stuff where it's clad, you get a very, very thin clad layer. All your nickels, right? They're what are they? 25 or 30% copper? 25%, I think. You'll get woodies on those. You see them on buffaloes all the time. There you go. So you got direction, boldness, coverage. When you get them on both sides, that's a better piece. I got one here somewhere that's pretty darn slick. What the hell's that? I swear it's right here. I thought I put it in my box of stuff that I don't want to lose. A couple of double dies. What's that? I don't know what's in here, man. This is the problem. It comes in, it doesn't get cataloged. If you're over here, make sure you put stuff away, okay? What's this? Oh, I've been looking for this. This must be the box of stuff that I don't want to lose. I have to mark it as the box of stuff I don't want to lose. So the modern woodies, they're not like the traditional woodies. Here's a neat one. Well, let's see if we can see it over here first. I doubt it. If you know what it is, just start typing 1. As soon as you can identify it, start typing 1. We ain't gonna identify it on this camera. I don't see it. Maybe, but you'd have to be like nuts or something to identify it here. See if we can get up right close. No. Lincoln says 1. What is it, Lincoln? 1996D. Lincoln says 1. Cindy says 1. What is it? You're not gonna win it. Ken wouldn't let anyone of us in his house. Sorry. Let's see. You ready? Dum-da-dum. What do you got? Can you see it yet? That's not a Paula Bloom. Oh, the picture for the title for this thing is Paula Blum's new coin. Now I'm going to take you over here real quick. She had sent a picture of this, and I was going to put it in the database. Where is it? Your site. Okay, but she sent it to Kazan Coins, and I guess JC or CJ or one of those guys got right back to her. Jason Kabelier. And yeah, it went in. She got another one. That's like 2 in 2 days. Let's wait for this. Home screen. There, wait for it. This is my database here, which we're never gonna see it. You kidding? Yeah, it's probably killing the stream too. I can probably close off this window. Here it comes. Here it comes. One moment, please. It's the standard database. Real simple. Real simple. It is the industry standard. And we call it that because it has all the other databases are in it. So you can pick a date. Like here's your pennies. You can pick a date and get all the known varieties, right? So instead of looking for double dies over here and RPMs over there, and double die versus somewhere else, you can get them all in one spot. But it's not yet populated. Here it is. There's Paula Blum's Paula's new find. Can we see it all right? There it is. And it's a spiked head. Starts inside the rim, right? All your die cracks start inside the rim because it's the die, and the die does not create the rim. And it goes through into the head. That's all it is. But cracked from rim through we extends into the skull. In the vernacular, it's called the spike head, or a spiked head, if you like that. And a marker for that is the die crack on the back. And that's a 1983. Cuts on Coins calls it 1983 number 40. I call it number 1 because it's the first one into this database. That's what those numbers mean. Now, let's see if we can find a way back home. This is going to be hard. There's live. What's this? Well, there's Robert. Look at that handsome devil. Okay, there's me. Now, Robert's going to have a sale this Friday night, so don't miss that. And we're going to alternate. Let's see, home. There it is. You got the picture earlier? Okay, let's have a look at that penny we were showing off. Scope. As soon as you see it, you just start typing 1. And it all depends on the light. And they're going to start typing 1 any second now. Here's a neat one. A lot of people don't know about these, but they are out there. They seem to be quite few and far between. And most common on 1996. Jeff got it. Lathe lines. You see these concentric rings all around the coin. And they have various different distances. They start at the rim and go various distances in. Oh, let's see. Now, as near as we can figure, what's causing that is when they cut the die from the big steel bar, right? They get this big giant bar that comes in. And let's see if we can see these marks on here. Because the last one I had, you can see the marks. And this is going to be damn near impossible. Okay, but they there's your side of that steel rod. I got lying on its side, so we can try to see this angle here. And that might be just too darn. They made 500,000 pennies out of this die. The last one showed up real good. But they lathe cut these things, right? They just spin the rod. You can see some of them, but it's not really apparent here. There you go. There, we can get it. We can get it. These are lathe cut. Right, so you're looking straight down here. Right, you're looking at this slope. And you get these little lines because they're lathe cut. And let me explain that. I'm not going to be able to recreate that, it seems. Okay, we'll work on it. Okay, they're going to spin this thing around. They're going to bring this blade down to it. And as it spins, the pressure increases, and they move it. And and the shavings of the metal come off. So you get this big, long, ribbon, curly cube of steel. And that's how they cut it. But these lines, let's see if I can tilt it and have another look. These lines would then be on the cone because they're going to cut the top of this die to have a cone. See the pretty little lines? And when they cut at the top, which is there, and this has been ground off. Boom. That's been ground off because they can't put them out with a design on there because, counterfeiting. They can't do that. Okay, but it's going to have a cone. So when they go to create the die, right, off the galvano, they're going to lay or dig it up this way, or they're going to make the hub and impress it. But the raised areas, especially closest to the edge, right, if you don't hub it deep enough, you're not going to wipe out those lines. Now in the hub looks just like this, right? Raised, everything's front forward the whole bit. You can't polish that. So you'd have to do at the die level. Well, typically they don't polish at the die level, but that would be the time to do the polishing, which would help remove those. But it seems to be at the hub level where you get these because it's not being hub strongly enough. Where is it gone? Where is it gone? And because of the cone shape, they start at the rim, right, and fade as you go in. And there's different dies, several different dies, and some of them you have only a couple of lines on the outside. We're talking about the black nickels. Clay literally passed out during the stream. Wow. Hope he's okay. Sure would stop bidding. Wow. He's got an auction coming up Saturday. Wait for it there. Anyway, these lay lines, they're few and far between. They're not traded very often. So what are they worth? We don't really know. We're figuring between 20 and 60 bucks. This one's pretty handsome. That may command a bit more. You got some real good shape on that one. But there's several different dies, and apparently the more lathe lines, that, you know, the further in they go, they can go in, 15, 16, 18 lines. The more lines you got, the more people like them. This one's in just smoking nice shape. See any damage, see any injuries? There's a spot on his neck. Let's have a look at the other side. You got nothing on the other side. Bit worn die. You get some radial flow lines. FG looks right. There you go. They're kind of slick. Have you got one? We see one, maybe two of these per year over in the coin-op group. That's it. You see whams, 3 or 4 a week. Double dies, you see those on occasion. Some better ones on occasion. These, once or twice a year. They're out there, but nobody knows how many. Because they just don't trade enough. What are they worth? They don't trade enough to establish a price value or a pattern. So what does something similar go for? Yeah, we figure 20 to 60 would be about right. I was upset. I passed out because I started doing crazy sales. I know I had 2 rows of estimate wheats, random Indian sets, flying eagles, seated dime. Do I have a seated dime going? I think I have one on the way. Yep. Hey, keep your eyes peeled for one. You're going to find them most commonly on 1996D. On my blog, I got if you look over in the side, I've got an article which will give you some other dates that are out there, but they're even less common than this. But it does happen from time to time, and it seems to be as a result of the way the die is cut, and these lines here appear on the edge and transfer, into the coin because it's not hub enough. One of them things. But I suggest you make sure you get one. I got 2 of the darn things. If you see them, snatch them up. Every now and then you'll see one for sale. Snatch it up. Because you folks, you people, you're involved in a group that knows about these things. And if you don't know about it, you take $2 for it. And you can get them for the right price sometimes. Watch for them. Only use capital for M and L. There we go. Now, what was I trying to find? That's 16. What if it's in here? What's that? I don't know why that's in here. What's this one? DDR. Is this a DDR? Oh yeah, that one. I got DDR and a question mark. Let's look at his face. Let's look at this whole profile right down the center. Is this the one? It should be the one. Yeah. Under his nose, under his neck, by his lips, under his hat. And just follow this all the way down. I think under the chin is probably the boldest. That's going to be tough to get. And the kid had some somewhere. What was the kid? Oh, the lips are split. I wonder if I can get a shot of that. That's what ticked me off to the whole thing. That looks like his lips are split. That's one ugly kid. Man, if you ever have a kid looks like that, you sell him right away. Put him in the market, get you $50 and get the hell out of there. Good, we're rid of that one. That might be too much resolution for this. Well, anyway, right down the center, which is a darn peculiar thing, it'd be like a sideways shift to get that doubling. Shows up best under the fellow's neck. If we can get it to show up and not jiggle all over the place. Well, that's worthless. Yeah, that's extra metal there. Well, I'll just keep it right here until I find another one just like it. Trade for a nice ham. I'll trade that for a nice ham. Chapped lips. Could be. I wonder where that D went. That's 16. 81. What's this? 10-cent head. What's this mean? 95S proof. 10 cents head. Head. Well, why did I write head? Let's look at his head. What's wrong with his head? There's a spot on the head. Oh. Is this damage or is it struck through? Leave it. Oh, I've been looking for that. Good. Okay, this must be the box of stuff I can't lose. What's this one? Another DDR? New England. No, Nebraska. Let's see what we got. See the handle? That's a good one. You see the extra handle in there? It's gone. I'll take it out. This is not yet in my database, believe it or not. You know how many pictures I got to take for that thing? Thousands. Okay, there's your water bucket. It's a Nebraska quarter. Right, by the top handle, you got a secondary handle inside the window. See if I can get that stick in there. Right up top there. You also have a bit of extra window just above that handle. Kind of neat. That's a good one. Trade that for a nice ham. It'd be a big ham. Okay, that is, Conoco calls it number 9. That actually goes in this box, which is more stuff I don't want to lose. WDDO number 2. DDR number 3. What's this one? Copper Coins 1DR019. Nothing on Wexler, nothing on Variety Beast. That's a class 9. That'll be right inside the statue somewhere. Yeah, just off to the left of the statue. They're out there, people. Find them. They're good for a few bucks. You know, you get enough of these, you buy a house. What's this one? 2009 satin. Well, why is it here? It should be in the sale box. Where's the sale box? 10 cents. Put it right behind the 50 cents. 71S proof. Hideous. Just plain hideous. Let's look at it. 71S. I'm going to look around the date, especially above the 1. Let's check that mint mark. That looks pretty clean, crisp. Nothing wrong with the 7. Let's go up here and take a look at trust. That looks pretty normal. Check his eye. Always check those eyeballs. So many people fail to check those eyelids. They're out there. And check the ear while you're here. Let's go over here and look at the top of Liberty. Top and the bottom of Liberty. Crisp and clean. Alright. That's just a hideous proof. Look at this. Those fingerprints, That'll make me angry. Spots, fingerprints, dark, doo-doo. That's a darn shame. I think that kid with the hair lip on the quarter is Angelina Jolie's son. She's fine. What's this? 2005, what's this? A 54. Why is it in this box? What? What's it doing in this box? Was I just cleaning the desk? Dots look normal. EPU looks right. The top of the weeds. Ain't nothing wrong with that. How about this one? Nothing wrong with that. Letters. Letters are good. Stems. Stems are good. Got a lot of die scratches. Anytime you see die scratches, look for clash marks. One of the best places to find it is right inside the N. And this one looks perfectly normal. Let's look at the other side. She looked anorexic. Well, that's all right. Have you seen that butt on that one chick? What's her name? She's in a TV show or something. Lives in, like, Jersey. Okay, what you got here on the 4 is some dye deterioration. It's like the poor man's double dye on the 4. That looks pretty right. Chin, eyeball. Looks good. Take a look at that truss. T in truss is a great spot to check. Also look at the tail, the right side of the bottom, the angled leg of the R. No hooks on the E. I don't see a darn thing different with that. Okay, that's just a BU wheat. Alright. Let's put it in the front. I might never find that 16 ever again. 5. 5 what? $5? It's $1. This is $5. That's a 91S and screeching hot. Is that a hair? Not anymore. Yeah. Is having MD on a proof set bring in extra cash because of it? I'm looking at a 1971. Not particularly. There's a thing called flat field doubling, which is mechanical doubling that was then pressed a second time by the die on proof coins. I don't think they're anything glorious, but some people collect those sorts of things. It's a minor error, but you can look into it. I don't think they're at all exciting. There you go. And that's the reflection on these things. Light comes straight, cut light, like the little dots on the EPU. The light comes in, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 8 LEDs. So on the dots, you can pick them, every one of them out. There ain't nothing wrong with that one. You get a little split plating right at the top. What year was this one? FG looks right. That's a 1991. So what you got here, you see the FG? Right? If you see that on a 1988, you got something. See the distance between the A and M? This is the wide AM design. Right there. All your 90s proofs is the wide AM design. If you get a close AM, that's when you sit up and say, hey, what do we got here? There's a 95S, 97S, 95, 98, 90. Nobody knows. Well, I found on my proof, 79. I needed a, what was I looking for? 35 and 77. While I'm here, what's this? There's an Indian. 79. 61. That's in an original bag. 80. No. I don't think I'm able to produce those 70s. Where'd this box go from? Oh, this is stuff that needs looked at. No matter. We're going to go right here. What's this Indian? 1897. Pretty unremarkable, few marks. Yeah. That's probably good. Yeah, I'll throw that. I'm gonna get that for $1. Yeah. We're starting to get some of the liberty. Close 9, open 9. There it is. Let's have a look. In this shape, I don't think a diverter would matter much. Close, matter of fact. Back look. They look so awful inside the flips. Yeah, it's very good. 1897. Put that in where's the box? Put that in this box. So I'm going to pick that up for $1. Hi guys, I rested a while. I think I should rest for a while. Okay, I need some big strips next. I need 2 inches. Let's see, that's 8.5. Let's see, so 8 minus 2, about 6. Cut some more of these up. Oh, move the mouse. When I move the mouse, I lose the screen. 2. By the way, I got this thing so cheap on eBay. Hates that last bit. It's okay here. Must be made in China. Alright. And about that big. 8.5. No, 11. So give me 2.5 will work. Good enough. These are just the little things you gotta have. Now dividers. Little insert. What? Yeah, that's 11. Little slips that fit inside your 2x. There's no end to it. How much for a cutter? I think it was 20 bucks. Shipped. And to tell you the truth, I think 20 bucks for shipping. Every now and then you find stuff on there, you know, for cheap. I got a postal scale. I think that was 10 bucks shipped. That's a real treat, let me tell you. Just a Boston cutter. Paper cutter. You put your paper in and pull the lever. And voila. It's like freaking magic. Just jerk it for best results. But it's supposed to be self-sharpening. Oh, and make sure you don't stick your hand in there. You don't want to get your finger in there, man. That is handy. You know, it's a hobby of accumulation. This is one of the things you accumulate. Here, you can watch. Home. Here it is. I just line them up. So I'm looking over here at the other side up here. See how long it is. That's 2 inches. Oh, give me 2.5. It'll stand up. And let's see, about right there will work. I guess I'm a little longer. That's good enough. So, when I go to put stuff in the ready-to-sell box, right, I can divide it by, you know, bigger stuff. I lay them down. I find it so easy to have the coin laying down. Right, here we got a 19, what do we got here? 1940D Choice BU. I'd give it RB at this point. Yeah, RBU, red, brown, uncirculated. It's got good luster, but it's a little darker. $4, but there's the tag you got to have there. And I find they go great laying down, because when they fold, they need a little time to stay folded, right? Because what they want to do is bounce open, and it kind of makes everything jumbled up. So I put them in flat, they stay flat. I let the customers fold them. Longer ones, right, so I can have 50 cents. You know, when I go to $half, these are unsold stuff. I'll put them back in sometime. Then I got bigger ones here for, you know, for who orders what. And I got most of the invoices though, but I got a couple of email addresses that haven't come through yet. So if you ordered stuff and you don't have an invoice yet, send me your email, because I got a screen name, and how do I get a hold of you? Let me get rid of this. There. Alright, and I get this stuff. And to keep these up, remember those baggies? The handiest things in the world. Getting them open is tough. There, I can just tuck them right in there. So I got long ones and I got short ones. Okay, people, yeah, that's right. Nearing the end, too, getting tired. You have plenty of time to sleep when you're dead, baby. How much for the cutter? 20 bucks. Jerk it. That's a secret. I might have to get some more bags soon. Hey, if you want, how big are these bags? Let me know. Where's the, there is no tape. Where's my ruler? Here's the scissors, not going there. There is no tape measure. Where does it go? Where is everything I need? There's some more flips. Good, I need those. God, I need flips. Huh. Well, I can measure it over there, I suppose. Back here. Oh. Buried under the tape. Okay. What are these? What are these? I've been using 2 sizes of these Ziploc bags. They're not too expensive. Let's see. Well, I don't know what a centimeter is. 4 inches. 4 by 6 plus the area above the zip. That's 4 by 6. And they're a good size. You can fit slabs in them. You can fit different coins in them. You can fit a lot of proof and mint sets into them. Real handy. Because you don't want to, you know, people like to have mint sets with great boxes. They don't care about the coins. They want to see a beautiful box. Okay, well, if you got a beautiful box, you'll buy it. No fooling. And give me the 96. You want to look at it? No, just give it to me. I looked at this one. It's the same. I'm going to give up modding so many channels. Just stay on modding my channel. And, you know, Roberts and probably Mantix, SJ. Yeah, Cindy's. And poor Jerry Diaz. Damn, I thought this was a rerun. I was thinking how I owe you a big thank you for keeping my head above water as far as my interest in errors and varieties. Jesus, man, you know, you can take the hobby and you can set it on the back burner because life will get in the way, and then you can pick it right back up, you know, way down the road. It's not a problem. I've been hitting the casinos for rolls and quarters and cents. Half are straight from the mint. Not too bad. You get those brand new rolls, and sometimes if you find an error, you're going to find 20 or 30 of them. It's wonderful that way. Sometimes you find something new, something interesting. But you get a bunch. You really, when you hit it, you hit. Okay, so there, I got little thingies. I put them in my my thingy drawer. Cindy says, smiles. Okay. I'm going to give up modding. All right. Now, what was I going to do with this? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to clean up this darn desk. So I got to have flips. Here's one. Yeah. So I take the customer stuff, I put them in new flips. Aren't those pretty? Look at how nice those are. We still have some of these available. What are these? All 6. We got 1976, 91, 92, 94, 99. I said 99. And 2000. All 4 of them, $36. Plus, I'll send you 6 acrylic holders with that. And that's these. And so you can really keep them straight. Well, that's not too bad. So I got those handy. There's another one. What's this one? What do you suppose that one is? That is the 1991. They're pretty sharp. That's got a spot on it. That one won't go out. I'll look at it before I send them out. There's a 94S. You'll see it right here at some point. It's probably this very coin because it's got the holder in there. Stay still already. Screechers, they're black and white. If you get any dust on it, it's on the holder. Hello, focus. We're not going to see the focus ever again. But that's what my camera looks like, and if you look past that, you see the ceiling. There it is. Black and white. And you got to block the light and you see really nice contrast. Well, there they are. But I have more of those available, son. LOL. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, you wouldn't. Okay. Let's see, what was I doing next? I had a box I had to get through. I don't know anything. I can't get to it. I found this. And what do you suppose is in there? There's untold things. We don't have any idea. What's this? I got no COC match. All right. On either of these. What you got? I bet you that's a, I bet you these are buy errors. Scope. What do you know? No match on COC. COC is cuts on coins. There you go. Chip in the B. You get the blob on the E. I'll have to take a close look at that bit on the R. But you see how the top of the R is thinner? That looks like it's a little bit of damage. Anything in the date? Date looks good. Eye's good. And the other one is oh, it's a full sausage. All right. That's a full sausage buy. Okay. Sell catalog goes on my side. Send them off. Yeah, those are buys. I'll send that off to Cuds on Coins. Yep. I get their number so I can cross-reference. And here's a penny and a flip with nothing else. It's just a penny and a flip. Read the whole Walmart mod manual. Who reads that stuff? Those Walmart manuals. I went to Lowe's one day. I got me one of those gators, right? It's a spinner. It goes into the weed whacker. And they're hard blades. So it'll, take down freaking trees. Well, I put that thing on, ran around for, an hour, and melted the head of my trimmer. Melted it. Gone. Well, I took the whole kit and caboodle back to Lowe's or home, wherever I got it, and said, hey, man, this thing's fucked up. I mean, you're not supposed to use it on that weed whacker. Says who? Says the directions. Nobody reads those. I want my money back. I got my money back on new weed whacker. Oh, I'm kind of hard on those companies. That's damage. Oh, a lot of people look at coins and they can't tell, is this post-mint damage or is this something from the mint? Honestly, hold it, keep it, and wait. See, more scratches. And because at some point, once you've gone through, 500,000 pennies, you're going to know. Just like that. Oh, this is junk. Then all of a sudden you go through all your pennies and, you know, there's $100 of pennies you can pick out. That's some kind of crud. That's, what the heck? Why is this in here? It's damaged. Oh yeah, sometimes I clean up the table. I just put stuff out to, oh, that's out of here. Cindy's here. I get you one, Mary. More damage. Liberty looks good. 1940. No extra thickness on the 9. This is an unremarkable penny. Why is it in this box? Have we found a pattern to this box yet? I think it's a desk cleaning box. I've got this. Mantic sent this. It's an ugly $50. Yeah, it's a no, angry. He calls them angry. They're probably listening on the trip. Guess they're going to Vegas. Vegas, baby. That's what you call an ugly dollar. I bought a book called How to Have Absolutely Nothing to Do with Your Neighbors. Oh, it's easy. Move out here. There's absolutely no neighbors. Yeah. Okay, what do I do with this? Rim damage. I'll stick it in this here box. That will go into the big show. That's what we'll do with that. Where's the big show box? Right there. You go over every day and say, can I borrow a cup of sugar? The next day you say, can I borrow a cup of coffee? You go over the next day, you got any creamer? And you go the next day, you go to the store? I want to order a few things. 2018. I think these, yeah, okay. So, where is it? These came from Paula. I got several things from Paula that got scattered. And they need to go into the big show. So if it's nothing I know about, it's probably from her. What's this? 1985. Screwed up, a little bit beat up, worn all to hell. See how the letters are wider? Yeah, that's a worn out piece right there. Love the country. Oh, I grow the bushes up real good out front so you can't see the country. We got some serious MD here at the top. Dome is good, but right above those, whatever those things are, the details above, lots of chops on this. Well, this is nothing I need to keep. That's out of here. All right, what's in here? Little pieces of paper. Oh man, I need some pieces of paper. Here's an L. Yeah, good. I need those too. I'm going to keep using the same 26 of them so I don't have to cut more every time. Well, I think I just have a bunch of pennies in here. I don't know what it is. 2000 and what? 15. That's a good round circle. Those look even. That's at the head. I'm not seeing anything here that would cause me to give that any extra attention. Do you remember who sent the 1909 that I got from Coin Jeopardy? Scott Hugenboom. Scott Hugenboom sent the... No, that was 2009. I don't know. We'll have to watch that show all over again. Might be another... You never know, man. I found 3, well, 2 that I know of, and there's one more back there, 31 S's. I'd like to find that third one. 1940, that looks normal. Was it Maury Veal who sent the 1909s? There was one that was marked only as a 1909, but it was a VDB. Well, congratulations. I'd say you got a little bonus. I think Maury sent some 1909s and stuff. Well, you need it for the book anyway. Yep. it's out there. 1940. It goes in the pouch. And it's in the bag. Look, if you get some coins from me out of this bag on the floor, it might do you good to go through them. EPU looks good. Tops, sharp. Nothing on that. Not me. Somebody will go through it. If you got to know, get a hold of them. This looks regular. Regular, regular, and regular. Found two. I found two VD B Woodies like that. One and uncirculated. They're out there, ma'am. What you got here? 44. Has a bit of a bright strike. I think I might have put the pencil eraser to this as a demonstration of what not to do. That looks pretty right. Yeah, I think this is just a cleaning up the desk pile. We don't know what's in here. 1912. Well, he's probably very good. What you got here? Well, maybe a little. No, I got some shoe ups. I'll put that as a dollar deal, I suppose. 1912 is an easy one. Too many candy bars. There's a pair. 1912. That one's ready. Where's the cell box? Right here. Good. Snake. I-85. Another 1912. Place is lousy with them, I tell you. And you can't grade coins that low. Eating sunflower seeds, spitting them all over your dining room floor. Okay, how you look? Good even rim. Got some doodle on it. Got some ear. We got lines. Yeah, a couple of bigger contacts. Don't like those. You don't like those marks. Dollar deal. Where's my flips? Sticky phone. Wash your hands before you pick up that phone. I got hungry, so I heated up some shake and bake. Daddy made shake and bake and I helped. It's a great commercial back in the day. There, see? See how it's folded? And it wants to unfold? Well, if you put them in the box, you kind of mess with it just a little bit, or they want to bounce out. That's why I like to keep them flat in the sale box. Makes it easy when I take it out to show the coin. Okay, we get this one's got some color to it. 1944. Not quite good enough. AU. The bow tie. That's AU. I see the hair gauge is still working. It's around here somewhere. I was just playing with it earlier. Probably under all these pieces of paper. I can make another one. They're easy. Frank in here? See a penny, pick it up. Which one's Frank? Oh, Frank Waddell. That'd be him. Yeah, that's, okay. And that one should go into one of these albums. I want to put some albums together with 50 different to stand out. Oh, and these are the small bags, 2x3. They're pretty handy. So if you're running the flips, and God, I'm low. I got some more coming. Oh, let's have a piece of paper. I always have those. Pick up 1,000 at a time. This food service place, they sell Ziploc bags for food. And I suppose what? They're selling these because people need to portion roast beef or something? No, the druggies buy this, and they put their drugs in them. These are Choice AU. They put their stuff in there and market them. Their wares. Drug bags. Penny Pincher sent some things. He's got these little things. You ready? You ready? What drug would you need this tiny bag for? That's the tiniest bag I've ever seen. It's like a bag, only smaller. The penny's 3/4 of an inch across, so that's an inch by an inch bag. Here you go. Give me the money. Crack? I thought you needed like a bucket of that stuff. Blues. He's a drug dealer. Baggies, scales, you name it. Give the money to the guy in the bushes. It's 2015. What's it doing in here? We got I got a big gouge on her. Date, Liberty, looks right. Beads. You could put love beads in there. We could sing Kumbaya. Hold hands. Eat this really pretty mushroom. Nothing there. Okay, I think this is pretty much cleaning off the desk. And I don't think there's anything in here remarkable. I got a tub of quarters back there I'd rather go through. Take those and pay the light bill. 87. What are you looking for on 87? We got some dye deterioration. I saw it live on PD. Ever notice the difference in the style of S on the Shield Scent reverse? Here's a Shield Scent. And let's see. There's an S. I think it's a handsome S as compared to the other S. Looks the same to me. The Pluribus 1 cent. Those are the only S's that I know of. United, then the S, and then the other S. Tightness at the top, bottom, shift to the... These look the same to me. Might not be the same to anything else. How about this one? Have you seen on the WE, on the Shield Sense, the top of the E is longer than the bottom of the E. Now, why would they do that? Why would they go to so much trouble to mess with me? You got to learn all this stuff all the time. Next year, they'll change something else. S for syrup. S for stroganoff. There we go. Now, why is this in here? We don't know. That's just in here. All right. I'll start a pile up here. Now, I like the memorials. You can always find something on, if you got a stack of memorials, you got something in there. It's just a matter of finding it. But it's in there. Something's in there. Right here, you got some massive MD along the whole side. So it's just a matter of finding what's in there. You'll never go without if you pick out the memorial. And I like to check out that guy, that little man, Lincoln. You get a lot of stuff right in and around there. This one's pretty filthy. Once they get filthy, they're hard to detect. There you go. But scan it. Take a look at your dots, right? You want to look at, the very fine corner of, say, the N or the M. Right? Look at those dots. Check FG. Check your little man. All right? And then check a couple of letters in here. You don't have to look at the whole darn coin. Just do like a 5 or 6 point scan. And when you do that, you'll have checked enough of it. Like over here, I want to check Liberty. All right? I want to come up and check a couple letters here. We, maybe the T. Look at the I. Look at the ear. Look at the date. If you want to add the bow tie, you can do that too. But enough of a sampling that if there's something there, you're probably going to see it. What do you think? Am I looking too hard? For what? You looking for a bride? You get them Russian ones. They're good with transmissions. It's like a thickness in the center of the S, not the point. That is a recognized DDR, but a thickness, almost a style difference. Well, show me a normal one. Show me one that you're concerned with. You got to have a control. You got to have a standard from which to operate. I'm referring to the SHILD S, the one on the end of states, the second S. That S. Thickness in the middle. Look at that thickness and look at this thickness. Okay, if you need to, where the hell is it? I just moved this computer. Alright, that's usually where I keep my thingy. Here it is. Okay. I'm trying real hard to find some of these. Because this one's getting filthy, man. Just shameful. Which way's right? Okay, if we had to, can we measure the thickness of that S? That's awfully damn big. There's that big nasty, I think some cheese puffs. Let's try to get it in the right angle. Yeah, and the glare will be right exactly where we need it. Boy, that's awfully tough. Thickness right down the middle, as I measure, is, let's see, 1, 2, 3/10 of a millimeter. But the accuracy on this thing is off by, half a millimeter easily. It's about as good as I can be with it. But I got 3/10 of a millimeter. 1, 2, 3, pretty solid. Let's look at the other one. And I want to get through the center. Oh wait, there's one. There's an S in pluribus. Does that look thick? Okay, let's see if we can measure this in a similar fashion. One, 2, 3. I get pretty much the. Using this device, I can't detect any difference in the thickness on the center of that S. No, not 3 millimeters. 3/10 of a millimeter. If you look at this, the letter itself is, let's see, 1.2. Okay, how tall is the S? Stand it up beside the S. And that S is 1.2 millimeters high. 1.1, 1.2. Thereabouts. Yeah, we can slide that over a little. Yeah. So that's a millimeter top to bottom plus a little more, 1.2. That's a scale you're working on. Now I got this thing which is a little bit finer, but I can't see nothing through that. Come on. What am I supposed to do with this? Let's say you can count a grid and get a percentage of a fill of the size of a die break or something. Kind of a neat thing. I'm trying to find these, like 100 of them. Because I can guarantee you, people will take those. But with the level of detail I need to measure with, this is not quite big enough for the thickness of a letter. I can get you pretty good on the height of the letter, but not the thickness. Yes, 3/10, 0.3. What's that? It's like a decimeter or something like it. It's like a kilometer. Yeah, that's what it is. One of them things. You know, what's wrong with freaking inches? It's 1.2 inches tall. There it is. And there's nothing on that one. You can quantify these things. But boy, you got to get, you know, a hell of a tight measuring stick once you get close. Those letters are about 1 millimeter wide or tall. Those look pretty normal. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the bottom of the Y. I'm looking at the bottom of the T. Right? I'm looking at the top left corner of the I. I want to see that it's straight. Yeah, it's a little bit rounded. Right? If there's a slope on the bottom of the Y or a slope on the bottom of the T, that's when I know I got something. Over here, I'm looking inside the O, right? Oh, I want to be round. But it kind of comes to a point, right, where it's an oval and an oval come together. Then I know I got something. I look at the one. Is it straight on the bottom, straight on the top? She's good. Another thing I notice on the shields is that there's sometimes really thin dates, at least compared to others of the same year. Well, hold them aside. Now, it might be a weak strike. 2 a.m. Here are going to bed. Good night, blues, if you can't take it. You know, we'll stay up for you. I think you're just not strong enough. What you got here? Nothing. Yup. I know I got a little on. I went offline. Yeah, let me know when I'm back online. Yeah. Thing could stay disconnected. Am I back up? Well, I get a green bar. I might be back up. This thing disconnected on its own. I didn't touch a thing, I swear. It just said, eh. Okay, good. Now, I was talking about it. Their policies die from time to time. And one common spot is for that little tiny piece to just disappear, that one line on the diagonal. Well, good. Also, watch in here. Right? You can use a shadow, will help you, but watch these lines, especially under the center. There's your center. The BU, under the center of the BU. Right in here, both sides. You remember the memorial set with the tilted hub doubling? You can get the same thing on these. And the center of the coin is right here. Right about where that dark spot is. I better see if that'll move, because I probably got it like $100 coin or something. Probably $1,000. Maybe $5,000. Because I could use $5,000. It must be worth twice that. Nothing there. But those have been found. Close some tabs. I got this open. I got my database open. That's it. Nothing else. All right, let's look at that O. That looks normal. See, I thought it looked a little off, you know, a little lopsided, but it took a hit on the left side of that O. That's a little flat. Liberty is right and tight. Eyeball. And don't forget to check above that head. Remember, Paula just got that new find. You have an 1869 2-cent and very good. Somebody was just asking about that. And it was probably you. I had a few out. What are these? That. That. Oh, I know what that is. What do we got? I got a 64 here. Yeah, I found these on a card. I got these cards, right? I stack them up. I got stuff on them. I get sidetracked. Something comes in. I got to look at that. And I don't know what this stuff is. All right, let's see. What's this first one? 1864. That's probably very good right there. Got plenty of detail, but it's uneven wear, and I got a couple of marks. The other side, look. 2 cents. Looks good. Where's the knot? Knot's good. What's this one? I can't see. I don't remember the year, but one of the shield scents has a die chip right above Lincoln's head that looks like a man bun. I got one, he's got one on his nose. Oh, what the heck? I got this baggie. I wanted to look at those, because there's something on these too. I put them aside for some reason, and I don't have any idea what the reason is. But I got a bunch of 2017 Ds here. Oh, that's it. The death rays from the eyes. That's a dye gouge. But I got like 20 of these. Let's see if we can make that death ray show up best. Starts at the eye, heads east. It's gone. It's just a dye gouge. Fairly unremarkable. But I got 20 of them. Well, at what point is it worth recording? What's the threshold of attributability on that one? Just having a lot of them? That's fairly unremarkable. In God. Oh, this is 1867. All right, let's see what you got. Fairly even. You see how there's no dentals? They wore these, they ran these dyes until there was nothing left on the detail, and they started cracking up, breaking, disintegrating, falling to pieces. And there's some dentals up here. Doesn't mean the coins wore out. The dentals are wore out. And it was the hubs. A lot of times they just keep running them. This one's in pretty decent shape. It doesn't have a wee, but even wear, good sound rim, ample detail. That's a fine. What's this one? 1866. Does 6 look fat to you? Does this 2 cent piece make me look fat? What we're looking at, a 69 you need? Not yet. I get Canadians after this. 1892. Mine is slow tonight. It's probably YouTube. I blame YouTube for all my woes. 1892 looks pretty normal. What you got here? 1898. Ken, do the coins with tin corrode faster than non-tin alloy? Jeez. They had tin in the cent from 1864 up until 1963, at which point they took it out. Now, it's always 5% tin and zinc, which are 3% zinc and 2% tin. After 1963, or was it 62? One of those years. I think 63, the first year without it. It was 95% copper, 5% zinc. Well, zinc is good for galvanizing. Tin doesn't really rot. But does it change the electrical value of the coin? I'd have to do an experiment on that, make a battery, and see what the potential is on the non-tin. It will come down to whether or not tin is higher or lower than zinc, I think. Yeah, we can make a battery and test that idea out. Let's do that. Let's make a battery. Because we can do that with these pennies. I think I got some washers out there somewhere. Quarter 20s. I was making picnic tables a while back. Me and a buddy of mine, we made a few picnic tables. You know, paid for the parts and paid for the tools. But, well, just giving us something to do while we drank beer. And it was fun. I don't know, wouldn't we make a dozen picnic tables or something? Paid for the beer all summer. It's wonderful. 1891. Got a couple of biggers. How's she look? Yeah, she's VF. These are the moments what Ken just made us 1 inch tall. These are the moments when Ken just made us 1 inch tall. What's that? Oh, slobber. Oh, that's no problem. Let me get that off of there. There you go. See, when they're already, fingered up, you can just wipe off the slobber. 1891. Well, I don't see an 1869. What's wrong with you, other channel? What's wrong with you, other channel? I don't know. What's wrong? Go back to the date. On which one? That was the last one we had with the slobber on it. That's not the date. That's a better one. This one's XF. 1891. This one? The random question about alloys. Every metal has an electric potential. Steel, nickel, zinc, whatever you got, aluminum, right? If you have two metals, you can make a battery. Just some of these metals, the electrical potential is so darn close, you'll need, a huge number of stacks to get any voltage out of there. Some of them conduct electricity better, right? I think lithium is really poor. Copper, silver, gold, all your precious metals, platinum, beautiful conductors of electricity. Copper is really good because you get a great combination of low cost and high conductivity. So, what do you use to make a good battery? You want them with a wide as wide a separation of electrical potential as possible, such as nickel cadmium, right? You put that in a battery, you get a nice strong one. What is it? Lead and whatever the hell they use in your car battery, probably copper. Copper is a common one. The copper top batteries. Copper over here, something else over there. I don't know what's in there. I'd have to check up on that. I haven't done redox in some time. But that's effectively what does it. It's a reduction situation where the electrons from one metal want to go to the other one because of the difference in electrical potential. And it's reduction, redox. It reduces that electrical potential. It's like chemistry. What's this? That would explain a lot. Oh, I better keep that. Where's my little can? Yeah. This little freaking easel that I got for this camera is just falling apart. Don't I hate it? Above the one in 91. Remember, when I got these things out, that's the time to talk. Above the one in 91. How far above it? I get a little contact mark there. That looks fairly normal. Was there another one? Here's the other one. Here's the other 1891. That's a contact mark on the T. And let's stack them. $18.91 there. Where's the one? Oh, we covered it. $18.91 there. Can I zoom out enough to see both? There we go. One. They look pretty normal. A little off. That's those look the same. Maybe a little fatter on the one on the right. Huh. Let's check out the nines. Just because I like to check out the nines. Canadian nines. Always don't forget to check those nines. We have a difference here. We have a difference here. Okay, watch this. Watch this 9 on top. And this is the skinnier 9. Okay. Oh, okay, that might be it. Yeah, okay, first you got small leaves. These are large leaves. See the difference the leaves have between the leaf and the bead? Over here, the leaves and the beads are just about they're very close. Okay, so that's probably a large and small date. And watch this 9 down the bottom. Nice open in the middle, and you got good graceful curves on the inside and a little point just below the ball. Over this one, she's kind of sloppy. It looks like a guy with a grouch issue. This coming down is a bit straighter. The bottom is a bit straighter, and that's not quite a neat little point inside the 9. And it's a bit more fat inside the upper 9 than that one. See the difference? Also, you get a slender 1. You get the Farrah Fawcett 1, and over here you got the Lulu Hogg 1. Okay, let's look. Let me pull up my quickie. That's not it. There's my quickie. Canada, 1891. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. You got large leaves, large date, large. Okay, there. We just figured out large and small leaves and large and small date. I want small leaves and small date. Yeah. I had taken a couple of these out and set them down. And, yeah, these are $100 coins. Okay, let's identify. Let's go over to Coins in Canada and identify these. Loading up. Okay, there's this. And we go to the screen. But I can't show the screen and the coin at the same time. Now, what's it doing? Wait for it. Yeah, I've been looking for these because these are like a $75, $90 a piece. Real easy. Okay, let's go up here and hit price guides and values. That's 92. I have to check notes on these because you can't know everything. Well, I try to. I know weird stuff, like science stuff. Okay, 91, large and small leaves, large and small date. Let's get these in containers and not lose them this time. Yeah. Okay, what's the difference? The difference is grand. If you got small date, you're doing pretty good. All right, see the difference in the prices right here? Large leaves, large date. Well, large date is the first two. Not particularly exciting, but geez, you know, the small date is pretty darn nice. Let's get a look at the small date. There's a large date. So you got a 9. It's flat. See here, and it doesn't have a point in the 9 at the knob. Okay, here's a large date. It's flat on the side, does not have a point in the 9. It's a small date. It's flat and does have a sharp angle. And this one is flat, has a bit of a sharp angle. What's this one? Flat on the side, sharper angle. There's another one. Flat, sharper angle. Well, what the hell do I got? It's graceful and pretty. What the hell do I got? I got one that's graceful. Where'd it go? That's a graceful 9 with a sharp indent under the knob. Goes right in. A narrow top. What the hell's that going to be? But that's a large leaves. Okay, that's a large leaves. And that's a small leaves. SL. And that's a small date. Small date, small leaves. Well, that's good. 1891. And we're going to look at her chin. This one I got to figure out. It's large leaves, but something else. Let's look at her chin on this one. Okay, you see that bit right under there? That little secondary chin dimple that makes her so cute. Look how cute she is. Okay, that's obverse number 3. Let's go find it. Let's go find it here, girl. Okay, obverse number 3. Straighten her up. Look at her nose. Look at the shape of her chin. And look at her dimple. Where are you? Oh, you didn't see it. Did you see any of that? Nope. Screen. Here. What can we see? Oh, you couldn't see any of that probably. There you go. This is obverse number 3 right here. This beauty, right? See? Small leaves, small date, obverse number 3. We're looking for the love curve, the blunt chin, and the dimple. And where's my penny? There we go. We got the love curve. Where's my pointy stick? I got too much shit on this desk. I swear to Christ. You know where they go? They fall on my chair and I sit on them. That's where they go. Okay. You got a blunt chin. Alright. I got my little love dimple, and there I got the scowl. Yeah. She's having some regrets. Sorry, baby. Let's look up here. I've got beautiful lines, but not quite full on both of these. I got them full on top and not quite full on bottom. This tells me VF on this. VF. That's a small date, small leaves, and VF. What's that? What's that say it's worth? Screen and me. Back up here. We got small date, small leaves, obverse number 3, VF, 120 bucks. Okay, now multiply by 0.75. You get $90. Because these figures are in Canadian. That's a $90 coin. Well, good. I've been needing some of these. Now we're going to figure out this other one. Alright. Catch up on chat. You with me? One is small leaves. Yep. Found me a 45 double die penny today. That's good. That's good. Right on, Alfred. How things on the left coast? You have a coin book on Canadian cents, Mary Love. If I could recommend a coin book on Canadian cents. Where's home? There it is. It'd be... Look, I can get it without looking but once. It'd be this one. No. Okay, Coins of Canada. Doesn't have to be current. A few years old is fine. This is Haxby. This is Haxby. It's like the Red Book, but for Canada. Haxby and Willie. Right, you see Haxby, Coins in Canada, get it. It's just like the Red Book, except for Canadian, and it's got these wonderful spiral bounds. Okay, then you can look up your coin, whatever the hell it is. What's this? There's a Elizabeth II diadem obverse. Let's find this penny I'm looking at. Small cents, large cents. Here's a picture. Large date, small date. Large date, small date. But I don't have either of these. My date is different. Because my date goes way under the knob. So to figure that out, see how the 9 is round? Top of the 9 is kind of round and flabby, Lulu Hoggish. And this is more Charlene Tilton over here. You got a kind of a flat side on the lower part, kind of a flat bottom. And over here inside, I got a pretty good angle. But mine goes under. Let's look at that again. Where the hell is it? Here it is. I've got a nice graceful curve. I mean, just charming, graceful, beautiful. And it goes under that knob, goes into the knob. I got a well-defined knob on large leaves. See that? What's that? I got a nice tight Charlene Tilton top. What's going on there? Look at the ones. Is the one going to tell me anything? Not from this photo. Let's go back to coins in Canada. Screen me. Okay, coins in Canada. We know the first one is a good one. That's small date, small leaves, of burst number 3. Good money. Not as good as these two, but pretty good. This other one is large leaves, so it's one of the top 3. Hopefully it's down here. Now, large leaves, small date, O number 3 is what I'm thinking. Let's look at her chins. Nope, that's not her chins. What the hell is it? Come back here. Go to this. Scope. Where are you, baby? Come on. Come on. Okay. See her little frown. Got a blunt edge of the chin. Let's compare the chin, the dimple, and the mouth line. Okay. On verse number 2, can we see this? Screen. Verse number 2, she doesn't have much of a mouth line at all and a rounded chin. The chin's rounded. There's a little dimple. Okay, large date. It just doesn't. The cut of the 9 does not extend under the knob, and it's almost a triangular shaped knob. Okay, large leaves. Got that. Here's verse number 3, where I got the frown line, a blunt chin, and a cute little dimple. So there, I got a large date. No, I got a verse number 3 and large leaves, but it doesn't match large date. Let's look at the next one. See, rounded on verse number 2. She got a rounded chin. I got the one where somebody hit her in the chin. Here, it doesn't quite extend under. A little more flat, not as graceful. Large leaves. Verse number 3, got it. Small date. Again, I've got more of a rounded date. What the hell? Well, it must be here somewhere. I think as close as I can get is a small date. Alright, check your errors. Small date, small leaves, die crack, die crack, die crack, double 8, double D's. Double D's? We're clicking on that. That ain't double D's. Get out of here. Well, as far as I can tell, it's a small date because it's nothing like the large date. It's got large leaves. It's on verse number 3. That puts her right in here, which is a good place to be. Let's look at the grade. Is this it? Scope. There it is. And grade, I'm going to look at these. Well, I got some. That's a good sign. If I had none, I'd call it fine. What I see are these lines in and around here. See why I don't have quite full lines in the top? The last one I did. And that one went very fine. Here I've got some, but not all. Some, but not all. This would be fine. Well, I can live with that. I got large leaves. Small date, 03, and fine, and 1891. But still that date is perplexing me. And where was it? Where was it? Home? No. Screen. Okay. Large leaves, small date, number 3, in fine, $130. Well, okay. Multiply by 0.75. That's a $95 piece. Yeah, I can live with that. Goodbye, thingy go. I'll use this thingy. You can get 1891 Canadian large cents, you give them a hard look. Because some are freaking wonderful. Where's my Canadian box? Canadian box. Right there. What was this other one? As long as I'm here, let's go back, price guide, because I got another one. Scope, what the hell's this? 98. 92. Okay, let's look at 92. It's right in front of me. Now, on 92 has an obverse 1, 2, and 3 as well. That's going to be small leaves. Yep, looks good. And that's going to be about fine. Yeah, that's fine. Hair's about right. Not the best looking chick I've ever seen, I tell you. What's going on with the D? Let's look for issues. You find some stuff every now and then in and around the outer ring. The letters and shit. Alright. That's the wrong one. This is the right one. How we look? Otherwise. 1892. Fine. $15 15 years ago. 1892. Where are you? 1892. Is that what the hell? Yeah, obverse 2, 3, and 4. Let's go look at it. I think there's an 03 as I recall. Yep. Blunt chin, frown line, dimple. It's 1892. Fine. Which one's it going to be? 34 or 13? That's 2. No. That's 3. I got a frown line. I got an obverse number 3. There's 4. They made her look so much younger. Yeah, look, they took out her chin almost. That's an 03. So 03, $13.10. Scope, that look like fine to you? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where's the calculator? I got 13 times 0.75. $10. 1892. 03. F. $10. Holder, please. Here's one. Alright, it's time for me to run to the restroom. You stay groovy. I'll be right back in a bit. Oh, here, you can look at... No. You can look at this. How's everybody? Let's see, there's home. There's a line. Come on. Got it. Now I can see everybody home. Alright, where are you? Mary? No, maybe. You have... Am I even streaming? Ken, just like the first 1982 copper small date was just found maybe a year ago, maybe you found a new version. Now, I think it might be just as something as simple as a newer dye. That's a pretty small detail. But it is pretty abundantly clear on that. What's this one? Ken has needed better internet for a long time. I'm way out in the woods, baby. We're 20 years behind. Dial-up would probably be faster. Let's see. Where's this? Come on. All right. Stand by. Technical difficulties. No, it's not technical difficulties. It's just too much shit on this desk. Let's get rid of this. What's this? Oh, that's the one we just found. 1891 small date, small leads, 1892 03F. Save those. Where's the Canadian box? Yeah, everything else is right. I think it's just a sharper die. Scope, what the hell's this one? 98. Oh, 98H. See the little H? Right in there. Okay, good. Is that a good sign? 98H. Well, that's a good sign. Okay, home. No, screen. Let's go back over here. Coins in Canada. This is how you do it. You just keep on going, one after another. You're going to know where the information is, how to find it, what to look it up. You're going to be a fair judge of the grade, and that's a skill you learn, right? Geez, what do? Send a coin off and pay a guy 30, 50, 60 bucks, have them grade it for you and put in a slab? If you can't grade your own coins, you have missed the whole craft here. Canadian coins, price guide and value, load. That is a craft. That's part of the trade, part of the workmanship. Right? You're a woodworker. Your craft is bringing out the grain and beauty of that wood. You're a bricklayer. Your craft is putting that brick right where it goes, straight, level, flat, perpendicular, equally distant from the other bricks, properly mortared so it doesn't leave a gap or a bubble or a blister or fall out. What the heck was the date on this? That's the craft, 1898. I don't know which one it is. That one. If you're a cook, the craft is cooking that bacon just so it's got all its flavor. It's not burnt, but it's thoroughly cooked. We're getting the temperature in the steak just right. Putting in just the right of oregano into that dish. That's craft. Let's send them off. Okay, we're going to check and see if it's a high H. If you don't have the craft down, you're going to have a hard time doing this. You'll be all day thinking, what grade is that? Is it very fine or extremely fine? And do the price difference from very fine to extremely fine. Geez, that's a third of your money right there. 40 bucks to 70 bucks. 25 to 30 plus. Yeah, you're throwing it away. 1898H. There you go. Now it's a high H, because that's going to be twice as much. There's the H. Right there. Can you see this all right? Okay, there's the H. Okay, and down here's the high H. See the difference? Up here, the H is not in the leaf. Over here, on the high H, the H touches the leaf. Okay, this has a space. This is touch it. So now I got to look at mine. Where the hell did it go? Scope. There's mine. I just love these coins. Yeah, Now, I picked up this whole set from a fella. His grandfather had passed away, and he's selling off this whole set. And so many of them are just treats. I got treats everywhere. Had them all, right? Had the, oh, what the heck was it on the 58s? There were all 4 major 58s in that set, or 59s, right? I got all the mint marks. Here you have the high H. You can see that that H touches the leaf. Yeah, that's right in. There's no space between the H and the leaf. Going back over to the screen, there you go, high H, the H touches the leaf. The low H, you got a space. So this is a high H, 1890 something, 1898. Where's my little, there you go, 1898 H. Okay, now employ the craft and tell me the grade on this. There's a scope. Let's have a look. Oh God, that's just plain god-awful. That's about good to very good. Got a few marks over here. I still got the crowns distinguishable. Okay, let's go over here and look at the grade. Here's the okay, that's what it looks like when it's nice. Get this out of here. Where's the grade? Quality and wear. You ready? Let's grade this bitch. Okay, full gram with clearly discernible illustrations and features. Most legends are readable clearly, but the whole coin is still significantly worn. Let's get some. Look, you can see the thingies, the crown jewels, but they're pretty they're rubbed out. You got no lines on there. Let's have another example of very good. There you go, same darn thing. Kind of generally looking frumpy. Here's Queen Victoria. She's been rode hard and put away wet. All right, we're just starting to lose some of the detail on the lower set of beads. The hair blends with the forehead. You get that chin. Poor girl. Okay, same kind of thing. This is a little bit better. You get a little bit of hair. And here you got some beads. Have a look through that. And then we look at this. Scope. Okay, what do we got? We can see the hair is just starting to get into the lower set of beads. I've got them. They're clear, they're distinct, but the details inside are goners. That's probably very good. I wouldn't give it any better. Have a look at the back of her. Plenty of detail in the back left. Okay, let's look down. We can't go better, so let's look at good. Ain't nothing there. Screen. Okay. Come back. Not much here. You're starting to lose a whole lot of detail. The jewels are flowing into the hair. And don't make all your major details. Here, where are the crown jewels? You can see a few beads, but you can't see the crown jewels. There should be one right in there. Okay, they're zoomed in. Next one, they're flowing into the hair. There's one, there's two, and it's starting to flow into the second line of beads. And again, 1, 2, you're starting to flow in. Flat, generally flat appearance. Okay, I'm going to go with very good on mine. So, let's go back. Oh, we're on the screen. Stay here. Let's kill that. And we want to go back. That's not it. One more. And back another one. Where are you? Come on. Something load. Something happen. Nothing's going to happen. I hate this computer. 1898. I got the high H in very good. 20 bucks. Well, that's not bad. That high H made me a few bucks. Maybe an extra $7.50. That's about a $15 coin. That's what the book says. Find out if you hold it. How about this one? Small date BU. Yep. Okay, good. So now we got another Canadian. Somebody's going to need that. What's the mintage on these? 1898 H 1 million. That's it. Where's the mouse? Clean the desk once in a while, huh? Okay, here's the home. Here's that. Move that over. Now you see the chat. Go home. There. So what do we got? The 98s. 1 million produced. The 91s, those are 1.5 million produced. Yeah, the 92 has 1.2 million. Okay, good. Let's see what's reading here. Ken, how you doing? Hey, Alice, how are you? We're just playing. I'm cleaning off the desk, seeing what's there, identifying it, putting it away, getting it picked up, sorted. Because Jesus, man, look at the hair. It's not my normal hair. I'm gonna bounce it tonight. Have a good stream. Take it easy, cheapskate. Ken, I was ready to dump the woman I'm seeing. We came home. Your show was on, first time viewing. Her first time or mine? She sat down watching and started the 5th Degree. You ever watch him? Do you ever wash your coins? Don't wash your penny. Don't wash your coins. No, the first thing you wash away is numismatic value. Plus, you know, you waste all your cleaners and time and stuff. Lord, you're a statue. You can let her go. Set her free, really. She'll learn. I had it so good and then he threw me away. I loved him. He was so good to me. I told my girlfriend, you gotta get out. Where am I supposed to go? What are you, deaf? Out. Yeah. Man, I couldn't keep $1 in my pocket. 6 months after she's gone, I got a down payment on a house. Sheesh. All right. Wow, she was like a money pit. And I didn't like her anyway, so that kind of made it easy. Yeah, we sent her off to the bug house one day. Mary, Ken isn't organized. I try to be. Some things are just, there's no way. They come in pretty quick around here. You got to pick out the best, make a couple of phone calls, send some emails, and it's sold a lot of times. Order something else, comes in, couple of pictures, couple of emails, boom, money's back in the account. That's how I operate. It works pretty good. Just as a science experiment. We need a class on how to organize. Actually, I kind of did one. It was fairly rudimentary. But if you go back about, what, a week and a half, there's a class on that. That was in April? That was a month and a half ago already? Wow. Okay, look, YouTube is not responding very well over here. I've got a red line. I don't know what that means. Wow, I've got 13,000 dropped frames. Any change? Nope, no change. Yeah, alright. YouTube's tired. Morning. I got some things to do. I'll probably take a nap. Then I gotta ship stuff tomorrow like a madman. It's Friday. Yeah. Robert's on it. Robert Lawson will be on Friday evening, so be sure to check out his channel. He's got a big auction coming up. It'll be his first one. He's pretty excited. Well, I would be too. We saw you, but you were robotic. I tend to be like that. It's just the way I am. Ever see a thicker vertical bar at the bottom in the D of a 39 wheat cent? It's like almost coming to a point at the top. I don't think it's hard RPM. Could there be a little variety in the punch? Let's find out, Ant. Let's see, where's the screen? Oh, we're on the screen. Okay, you're going to go over to Variety Vista here, right? As I recall, 39 has a fairly constant mint mark. So it might be just squished. We ain't going to load nothing. This ain't going to load. Yellow line. Here's Variety Vista. Real simple. VarietyVista.com. Over here, you're going to look at double dies. The first one you come to. Works on all of them. Works on all of them. That first one you come to. That's going to have an extra menu. It's going to have design varieties and mint mark styles. Can you see that? There you go. Design varieties, mint mark styles. I move that over. I'm going to go to mint mark styles. I got Denver and San Francisco. Go to Denver. And this will show you every mint mark used every year. All right. Sometimes it'll double for different years. You get a 1938. It should look just like this. Let's look at earlier. Mint mark style number 1 for Denver was used from 1911 to 33. Mint mark style number 2 was used from 34 to 45. And they changed it again in 03. See this little angle? Is this what you're talking about? That's 46, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, and 3. I think you said a 38, which should be mint mark style number 2, and should look just like this little baby right here. Does that help at all? Let me catch up on the chat. Thicker vertical bar at the bottom of the D of the 39. Thicker vertical bar at the bottom. Well, see, you seem to be scribing this, but this thing didn't come into play for another 8 years after 1938. All right. So what would make that thicker? An RPM would make it thicker if it was tilted, but if it's tilted that bad, you should see something over here. You should see something over here to the southwest. And also, this little serif, if this is tilted enough, you should see something somewhere around, somewhere around the radius of that serif. Excuse me. Yeah, the bottom of the vertical bar looks a little thick. I'd say the scent is MS63. Don't see any marks on the mint mark. Okay, here's the next trick. You ready? No, that's not it. There. These things are punched in by hand. Right? Means the guy takes a hammer. He takes this punch. It's kind of like this. It's got a little point, and that's where the D is. Right? And he's going to punch it in the die. Now, when he punches it into the die, he's actually punching it on the other side because it's going to be backwards, right? He's punching it on the lower left, not the lower right, because it's going to flip over and make the die. So he's punching it in. But this thing, when he hits it with a hammer, he can tilt it. He can have it leaning in one direction. He can have it leaning in two directions. If this isn't, proper, you're going to have mint marks that are weak in places. It might be thicker. If he hits it too hard, it might be deeper seated. You could even kind of change the shape of the field in which it's punched. You see this all the time. What it sounds like to me is he probably had it just, tilted back just a bit. It happens. If there's nothing around that mint mark, this is what it sounds. This is what you seem to be describing. That's probably what happened then. It's not weak. Oh, you hit it good and sharp, but tilted. It happens. And, then you can move it around. Instead of putting it, right here where it should be, it might be over there or something. Location isn't really all that critical. Some people say that some are because they're so far, north or south or so far out of whack. Sometimes they touch the date. You get some repunch mint marks that are in the date or they're under Lincoln's bust. I mean, come on. Was the guy out until 5 in the morning the night before? Dude, it takes all kinds. Funny enough, I got that out of the junk bin a while back. Man, pick that junk bin. Pick them all. Jeez. If you just spend, a day and pick through a dealer's entire stash, he probably was still drunk. He probably, but boss, I'm going to take a break, went to the locker room and put down, like, a fifth of gin right there. Came back to work. That's the way they did things back in 38. Come on. Okay, look, it's 4 in the morning. I've kind of had enough for now. I'm only good for so long. Gosh, what time is it out west? Like 1 o'clock. Where's everybody from? I'm over here on the East Coast. You're at night. Cindelicious is drunk. Where's everybody from? I think Ant is Montana, Idaho, somewhere up there. Hell, it's still daylight up there, I think. They got 6 months of daylight where he lives. Idaho, Idaho, Weedaho, Naples. Okay, I'm about, 6, 7 hours north of you. 3 o'clock in Texas. Texas. West Coast of Jerry. Alrighty. I'm East Coast. We're old people. We go to bed a little bit earlier than the rest of the country sometimes. Alright, well get on and, who's up next? That's what it is. Who's going streaming next? I'm about an hour from Naples. Ant's going to go on next. Good thing. Ant, you ready to stream? You better get your pants on. That's the way I did it. It's 1:50 a.m. Stream. Go ahead. Make a video. Let's see your stuff. I don't have a scope. You don't need a scope to talk about coins. You see Beth? She holds it up. Look at this one. It's so pretty. That's how she does it. You don't need a scope. You need this. With this, you don't need none of this. Trumps it. But I'm going to take off, so wait for Ant. We'll just give him some motivation to maybe start a little video thing. Yeah. Okay, guys, you stay groovy. I'm probably going to hit the hay for just a bit. You need a scope to show your stuff? Not really. You need one of these. What is it? You can show better. You can show better the coin. If you can get the damn thing to focus. Or if you know how to hold it up well, you can show it and get the light off of that coin. And play. Yeah, you can do it. I'm going to get a scope for that. Believe me. Alrighty. I'm going to take off, guys. Thank you very much for stopping in.